What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate the support. The purpose of this video is to go through my story, how I started, where I am today, and hopefully give some encouragement to you if you have not started yet or you were very early on in the process. You know, most people think businesses start like Shark Tank, big plans, investors, and perfect timing. Mine started with $40 and a trip to Home Depot. Back in March of 2017, I was working as a state social worker, and honestly, I was miserable. And it wasn't because I didn't care about the work I did, but it was the red tape, the bureaucracy, the constant feeling that I couldn't actually help people I was supposed to protect, and it wore on me. So I did what most people do when they're unhappy with their job. I decided to build another path, honestly. I spent weeks looking for something I could start with almost no money. I finally said, forget it. And I told my wife I was going to go to Home Depot with $40 and I was going to start a window cleaning business. We had a chuckle about that. She kind of thought that was goofy, but she's always supportive, so she said go for it. That moment mattered more than she probably realized, and it's because of her that SpinksPro Exteriors even exists today. But now, I had something to prove. So I started knocking on doors. Every single commercial plaza within 20 miles. If you had a business or a storefront, you saw my face in 2017. Restaurants, office buildings, you name it. And guess what? Most people said no, get out of here, beat it, scram. We've had 30 people come and ask us to clean their windows. Leave. So, hearing no and over again, it can get discouraging really fast. But I just kept showing up, knock, I'd introduce myself, I'd offer them a quote, and eventually, finally, someone would say yes. And then another, and then another, and then they would stack on each other. My big break came a few weeks in. I got a call from a massive property, about 13,000 square foot, for interior and exterior window cleaning. This job, in all honesty, was completely out of my scale, and it took me probably way too long, but I did do the job. When all was said and done, I made about $1,750. And that was the moment I realized that this actually could work. Then something unexpected happened. One of my commercial clients asked if I could handle their janitorial services. Now, keep in mind, my company at the time was, well, me. But when the opportunity knocked, I didn't say maybe. I said, let's do it. So my schedule became insane. I'd wake up at 4 and do janitorial work. I'd go do my full-time social work job during the day. And then I would come back in the evening to finish any of the janitorial work I couldn't get to that morning. Somewhere in between, I was still squeezing in the window cleaning jobs, which is absolutely insane. It was exhausting. But I was actually building something, and for that, I was extremely excited. Then, as everybody knows, March of 2020 happened. The sniffles that shocked the world. Our agency told us that our jobs were safe, but by August of 2020, I was laid off. Just like that, income gone. Now, the little side business I'd been running nights and weekends had to become the thing that supported my family, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I was terrified. So I did the only thing I could do. I went all in. I started marketing like a madman. Google ads, yard signs, handshakes, door knocking, anything to get the work coming in. I texted friends and relatives, uh, probably to the point where they would block my number if they honestly could. But during that time, I realized something interesting. I could make more money in 2 hours pressure washing than I could make in an entire day cleaning windows. And that changed everything. So I had to make one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make, even to this day in the business. And that was to walk away from guaranteed janitorial contracts and commercial window cleaning contracts to truly, truly become a specialist. And that's exactly what I did. I specialized. I went all in on pressure washing and soft washing for that matter. That focus changed my business, and today the company is profitable and growing. But it's only because I was willing to take that leap and focus. Focus on what worked, what made the most sense, and what got me out of being a jack of all trades. And I'm sure you want the point, right? What's the point of the story? It doesn't have to be pressure washing. It doesn't have to be window cleaning. But if there's something you've been thinking about trying, I implore you right now to start. There's not going to be a better day. It's not going to get colder. It's not going to get warmer. It's not going to not rain. You just have to start. And do it on the side if you have to. I promise you it won't be perfect. It's definitely not going to be pretty. And you're going to hear no way more times than you're comfortable hearing the word no. But eventually, if you stick with it, you're going to hear some yeses. And sometimes, all it takes is $40, a trip to Home Depot, and the decision to begin. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. We have really enjoyed putting these videos out, reels, shorts. If you have a moment and you get any kind of value out of these videos, I would super appreciate it if you would like the video, subscribe, maybe throw a comment down. What are you thinking about starting in 2026? I'd be happy to provide some insight if I may, maybe some tips, some lessons that I've learned. And if you like this style of video, drop a comment below. Thanks, guys.